Good morning, everybody on YouTube. My name is Shadea, and I'm doing another video because I get prompted 7 years ago. Eventually, I'll tell you guys my testimony. God put it in my ear to be patient. It was something that I didn't have. I just, I wanted things to happen right away. And so I've been learning the virtues of patience. And I also wanted to talk about some of the things that I deal with as a believer, being in the world but not of the world. And so last night, it got me to thinking because I was out. It's crazy. So this whole thing with patience. I'd gotten out of my class. Class is very short because it's a class where we're basically writing a paper. So like everything's on the PowerPoint. So I got to I took the bus and transferred over to the train station. And so I noticed that none of the trains were going in the direction that I need to go, which was home. They were all going to LA. And I heard a thought pop in my head that said, just be patient because you don't know if God is causing these delays to protect you from something. And so I was at peace. I will admit, like the last 15 minutes when the fourth train went by, I was starting to get a little upset and I kind of went into, being upset. Anyway, so moving along. So eventually the train got there. So I ended up going to a bar that really struggling with like staying away because, I've been in a season of isolation for a long time. So I don't really have any solid friends because I don't really connect with a lot of people because a lot of the people think that if you have money, cars, and all these things, that makes you a valid person, and the character isn't quite good. And so I find it very difficult to be around people like that. And there's a lot of those people that hang out at the spot, but sometimes I feel like God puts me there for different reasons. Sometimes I speak to people who are in a transitioning period of their life, and they're either atheist or something. And so God sends me to places to connect with these people. And I always know when it's divinely ordered. So I go there, I want just a beer. But then I start playing pool and I start talking to some of the people there. And, they are all doing their thing. And I'm off, of course, because I'm always alone. But I'm just listening to them. And so my spirits are good. Just having a good time. But the thing is I know that I'm going to have to give up these things too, like the drinking, the alcohol, the smoking. And sometimes I can curse like a sailor. And I've been asking to have those things removed from me. I've been asking God to also help me, purge things from my heart that are not sound and are not of God. And so I'm learning things. I'm getting a lot of insights from a lot of things in this journey. If you're a new believer, you find that you will eventually get to a place where you have to I've given up a lot. Like all of the people that I used to spend a lot of time with, they don't even want me around because they know there's something different about me. I don't go into because they like to have orgies and do all kinds of drugs and all these things, and those aren't things that I really align with. So I noticed they stopped inviting me out places when they realized that I'm not like them, which is fine because I've been guided to find a church. At first I was at odds with the church. When I was a youth, I used to go to the Bible studies on Wednesdays to skateboard down there because I knew that I'd also get a hot meal, but I also thoroughly enjoyed going to the youth groups and connecting with the Word of God. And so that's always been a staple, but I was always targeted by Christians when I was in college. They would invite me to Bible studies, and some of the things I didn't like the way that they interpreted the Word, and maybe that was God telling me these people are not who they say they are. But I would go and I would kind of play devil's advocate with them, and then they would never invite me back. So I had some bad experiences. I also went to a church that was a culmination of New Age practices, et cetera, et cetera. And I find it interesting because I'm listening to a lot of these testimonials where believers went through the New Age process, because like I always had these spiritual gifts when I was a kid, and I couldn't understand what they meant, like the spirits and all these things that I would see. Like I had a Ouija board. I would have visions. Like I would have like these supernatural experiences. And so the only way that I could explain it was like, the New Age caught me. I never really fit in with anybody, so I like connected with it. But then I don't know, like I tried to hold on to Jesus and the New Age, and then I started feeling convicted in my spirit. Like, hey, this is not in alignment with God. You got to let this go. You got to stop buying these crystals and stuff. I got to go. Bye.